Rhythmeen's a title track from ZZ Top's Rhythmeen album released in the 90s, I think. It's one of those ones where I read they were experimenting, it was influenced by someone and they were experimenting with really low tuning. So this one is tuned down to C standard, so 2 whole tones down. On this guy, it's only got a set of 10s on it, so it's super slinky and it's tricky to stay in tune. If you're doing 10s, you can get away with it sort of just for a little bit. But if you want to stay down there long term, I'd definitely go, 11s or something like that. Guitar tone-wise, I use a Marshall as a bass and then put a bit of sort of fuzz on it. It's got that really nice sort of dirty, greasy, I put a little bit of reverb on there, but just because I'm sort of addicted to reverb. But I think it sounds really good, drier. Okay, so the riff, it's based around really little fourth voicings. A fourth is just an inverted fifth, so it's got that really nice, more stable sound with distortion, and it sounds great there. So little 3-note. Okay, so you've got that. It's down in C, but I'll call it out as if you're in E. So you've got kind of that E5. And I'm muting the bottom string because it's bassy. This profile's probably a bit more bassy, but because I'm playing on my own, I don't have, a bass player playing along with me. So I'm probably playing the bass note a bit more than what Billy Gibbons would have been doing at the time. Also, he's a massive hybrid picker, so no doubt he's doing a hybrid picking again because I'm using more of the bass. I went for fingers, and so as I said, I'm palm muting that low string a little bit. So you've got that bass there, but it's not competing, I suppose, with the higher strings there. So yeah, you're really looking at those barring second fret like an E power chord. That kind of thing, to an A, but just the notes there. I'm not hitting the open A string. And then off gives you a G5. Now how when you play a G5, these 2 strings are open. That's all you need, so you don't need to fret it that way. You just lift your finger off. Okay, so the riff is sort of hammering on the octave on the open D. Okay, and then the open G string. That's that high part. That last part, it's a really quick open D string down to a slight bend on the G. Right, and then when you bring in with the bass, all right, so it's that sort of thing. That one there, I'm just doing again 2 notes. That's all you need. Nice simple chords. The second fret on, and then going to a G chord. But again, you don't play it that way, so you just lift your fingers off and switch your right hand to hit the D and G strings. And that's it. Last part. Right, and I'm doing sort of some percussive stuff. So sort of right hand, mute hand, left hand muting and those sorts of things. There's sort of another one where he'll do a... Now again, I'm hitting the bass as well. Don't know if he is on the album. So I fret the power chord there, even though I'm only trying to hit the bottom string. I do that because if I accidentally hit these strings, if they were open, it's not going to sound great. But if I do it with this on, get a nice power chord. But you're just going to slightly bend up that 3rd fret B string, then high E open, and then B open. All right. Okay. The next kind of main part is when they go to the 4 chord. Same deal. Instead of, I'm on the A power chord, but you're bending up the 3rd fret up, and then hitting the open E, and then a slight bend on the 3rd fret E string. Same thing, but down on the 1. Now, on that one, you could bring in the bass if you wanted, but it's actually not necessary. And then 2nd fret. And then you just sort of improvise around. That sort of stuff. All right, Rhythmeen from ZZ Top. Good luck. See you next time.